What's going on, ladies and gentle steppers? We are covering another WGS, and this week it's 25 August through 1 September. So let's hop right into the newly active guilds that you see right here. In total, we have 6 new guilds, which is one less than last week, or the previous week, excuse me. But don't worry about that, it's all good news. Rose Garden has 120 members led by Rosary, and then the Roses only have 12 members led by Mr. Rose. I guess it's the week of the roses this week. And then you have Fisherman Elite, the Legacy of Stormwind Rain, Golden Dawn, and Wrath of the Silent Shadows. So, that's the newly active guilds. Pretty nifty, really. Rose Garden is one that's really impressive to me, with 120 member count already within a week of being born. So, top-notch Rosary. You might want to give Mr. Rose some advice on how to grow their rose garden a little bit better. Moving on to deleted guilds here, we have Shadows of the Nightblade and the Empire being deleted. That's 2 guilds, which is the same as last week. Unfortunately, it sucks to see a guild with 130 members get deleted. Though, to be fair, I haven't really seen Shadows of the Nightblade being active in the game, and maybe that's just my ignorance. But maybe they're all inactive, or there's now 130 members out there who need new homes. Either way, Emperor of the Nightblade deleted his Shadows. And then Jack the Ripper deleted the Empire and moved on over to Resolve, which is a top-notch guild. So that'll cover the guild details. Let's move into the stats portion of this. So, without further ado, we have 878 guilds with activity since the guild update in 2021, which is a lot of guilds that were created, right? And very, very more deleted as well. But we have 78 weekly active guilds, which is 12 less than the previous week. Pretty sad to see the decline, but it's obvious. I mean, we mentioned it, we talked about it. This is, after the SimpleMMO event, the card event, or whatever you want to call this event, was completed, which means that people are going to go away because it's the MMO seasonal way of things. Events occur, we have more activity. Events end, the activity dies down. They just come back for the event, and then they go on with themselves. So that's kind of a bummer to see, but it is natural, and it is obvious of what we should expect. For the breakdown for the PvE versus PvP, it's 495 PvE only guilds and 383 PvP guilds. So that's just still that consistent 56% to 44% split that we keep seeing. And I don't think that's ever going to change, at least unless there's a major shift in updates for guilds, which it's not going to happen anytime soon if it does happen. Now, to the top 10 PvP we go. So the breakdown here is TSL in first, Sanctuary catching up and just barely behind TSL. They're in second place with a 10.8 mil. Factory Reset in third, Friendly in fourth, Wolfblood fifth, The Forest sixth, Prostor seventh, Heaven and Hell eighth, Still Friendly 2 and 9th, and Frontier, who used to be that PvE guild, is now in that 10th place position, being that gatekeeper. 8 through 10 is really close with 3.4. I mean, honestly, 7 through 10 is really close as well, right? Like, that's real close battle between all 4 of those guilds there. Pretty impressive. It'll be interesting to see if next week, if Sanctuary will beat TSL and show up as first place, because they are moving through the chart. That is for sure. They were third last week, but now they're second this week. But that does mean that one guild has dropped out from last week. We have DDK, Demolition's Great Kingdom, or DGK, excuse me, it dropped out of the top 10, and Heaven and Hell are back in. So good to see Heaven and Hell back in and in 8th place. Now, for the PvE side of the house, we have DPS in first place, obviously, The Unknown in second, Shadowguard in third, Resolve 4th, Alpha and Omega 5th, Zelth Zenith Kites in 6th, Eternal Flame 7th, Italia 8th, Brazil Grind 9th, and Wolf holding on to the 10th place position. This means that Last Damn Sushi is out of the top 10 for this week, but Wolf is in. They've made just enough to hold that 10th place position there. So good on them for coming back to the top 10 PvE leaderboard for the week. Nothing crazy in this leaderboard other than, the unknown has established themselves as that second place guild. It'll be interesting to see if Shadow Garden continues to hold on to third now that Shadow has actually stepped down from the leadership take care of real life, as we all do. So it'll be interesting to watch the co-leads who are stepping up and taking on the reins. Lead Shadow Garden hopefully continue to stay in third. But that's it for the week. That's 25 August through 1 September. If you enjoyed it, go ahead and leave a like. If you want to see the next week coming up, go ahead and subscribe and you'll be notified when that content comes out, which will be next week, obviously. And then finally, leave a comment down below about if you think Sanctuary is going to be able to beat out TSL. I'm curious. I honestly think that they have the motivation to do it. I think that they can, but I would love to hear what the community thinks. So that'll be it. Till next time.